Today I discovered the existence of free will. Hi everyone, it's Tasha and welcome to another recipe video. And today we're making mini Korean milk donuts with strawberries. And this is going to be one of my favourite types of videos because we're going to be dirty, rotten, stinking cheaters once again. As always, I tend to ramble about the recipe first and my findings before making the actual recipe, so if you want to skip to the recipe and you don't really want to hear about it, timestamps are down in the description. Now I know I'm super late, as usual, to a viral food trend. About 3 or 4 years too late, which checks out. I very rarely hop in a food trend as it's happening because I just kind of get sick and tired of seeing them, to be honest. And then it's only later I remember about this. Oh yeah, that actually sounded pretty tasty. And lucky for me, loads of places in London are doing Korean milk donuts at the moment. Because just like me, London is very late to food trends. However, they are huge. Like that much cream in them. Almost the size of my face. And I just haven't had the stomach for it yet. But then I thought, hang on, I have free will, I can just make them at home. On the other hand, I am very lazy. So of course the natural progression to that thought was, I can just buy pre-made donuts, which doubly comes in handy because usually the donuts we can buy from the supermarkets are quite small. So I decided to make mini milk donuts. Now the original Korean milk donut is just a plain round donut, no hole in it or anything, no filling. It's been sliced open almost all the way through, drizzled with a little sweetened condensed milk on the inside, and then it is absolutely jam-packed full of cream, whipping cream. Or in South Korea's case they quite often use non-dairy cream, which is why it looks so brilliantly white in the videos. And they use either a palette knife or the back of a knife, just any flat surface, to smooth that cream over so you have a really thick cream vein. And that's basically your everyday milk donut. I am going to make a smaller version because I don't think I can handle that much cream in one sitting. And I'm also going to be using jam donuts. So if you want a filled milk donut, then just buy a ready-made filled donut. Easy, then all you have to do is get the whipped cream. I'm using proper dairy whipped cream in my recipe video, but feel free to use, what's that American version called? Cool Whip, or any vegan alternative that's like non-dairy whipping cream. But I'm using dairy cream for this one, it still works. And then I'm going to stick some sliced strawberries, in theory, over the surface. Should be nice and easy, look a bit pretty. I might not be able to find small enough strawberries because usually when they do that in South Korea, or anywhere else that does these milk donuts now, you have a huge donut and then the little sliced berries over the front and it looks very dainty. But my donuts are already quite small, so we will see how that works. My strawberries may be a little bit big, but it doesn't really matter. So with all that said, let's go to the kitchen and see how it's done. I told you this is going to be super easy. We are going to start with 4 pre-made jam donuts. Let's get them out. These are from my personal Lord and Saviour at Marks & Spencer's, but just make sure you have 4 nice jam donuts. These are quite small. Now I'm going to find the weak point of each donut. Aha, there it is. That's where they stabbed the jam injector in. What do you call it? Let's just call it a jam injector. And squeeze all the jam inside. So obviously we don't want an extra hole for the cream that we're going to put in there to spill out. So we're going to cut from this point where a hole has already been made. We're not going to cut all the way through, maybe just here, so almost all the way through. So we create a little flap. There we go, like Pac-Man. Oh dear, look at this one. The jam's all sideways, very disappointing. Very unlike Marks & Spencer's quality too. Anyway, we had no control over that, let's just go with the flow. Of course, one of the very few times Marks & Sparks lets me down, it has to be on camera. Now let's make the cream. Let's dump in 300 millilitres of whipping cream. And we're simply going to whip it up until it's thick, fluffy and scoopable. And I forgot to turn on the mains again. There we go. There we go, that took almost no time at all. Do not go beyond this because we don't want butter. Now we're going to bring back our donuts and we're going to fill them. So let's open one up a bit, careful that the jam doesn't splidge out too much. Cram it full of as much cream as you can. And we're going to take a spatula and we are going to scrape it across the top. You can't see I'm scraping the excess back into the bowl there. And that's it. But we're not quite done yet because I have some sliced strawberries and I'm going to decorate it. So I'm just going to lay the strawberries around the front. Nice. This is so ridiculously cute. I didn't do a slow-mo because look at how wide that cream is. If I try and tear into it or anything, it's going to be messy. And I'd rather make a mess out of it by eating it than trying to, do the whole slow motion tear thing. The handy thing about the cream is even though we're using jam donuts, which apart from that one, were very generously filled, and as soon as I opened them it started to spludge out. That's a nasty word. You can use the cream to seal the corners and the edges so that that jam inside doesn't pour out. Still a bit messy when you're using it, but that's part and parcel of making this sort of thing. Even the creators I watched making the original milk donut where you drizzle over the condensed milk had the same kind of problem. So they were drizzling on the condensed milk, and like jam, it's runny, and as soon as they turn it on the side and try to get the jam in, it starts to run out. So maybe if you're using condensed milk or if you're using a plain donut and filling it with jam itself, make sure you spread it on evenly and that's not like a liquid pocket, so as soon as you turn it that way to try and fill it with the cream, it doesn't all drip down your arm. But it's worth it for this beauty. Right, I've flapped my gums enough. I'm going to take a bite. Oh, this is going to be messy. Cheers. Oh, that's sad. I didn't manage to get a vein of jam. Let's try that again. That's more like it. Gosh, that's a seriously good combination. I'm starting to maybe regret not getting a bigger one. To be honest, I probably won't feel that way once I finish the whole donut. I think, personally, this size is fine. I've seen some people also add sugar to the cream. I think this is perfect because the donut is already sugary, it's rolled in sugar, and especially because we have the sweet filling, which would traditionally be the condensed milk. Here it's the jam, already sweet. So I think it's a good balance to not have the extra sugar in the cream. And obviously you can use any donut you like, just as long as it's not a ring donut, because then you wouldn't be able to do the whole Pac-Man slicing of it, you'd have another hole in it. So any plain round donut, jam filled, toffee filled, custard filled, oh custard filled would be good. Pistachio cream filled, pistachio is very hot right now. Any sweet, plain or filled donut you like. So there you go, Cheats Mini Strawberry Milk Donuts. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed today's recipe video and I hope you'll join me next Wednesday for my next one. Get the full written recipe on my blog tashcakes.com, follow me on Instagram, I'm tashcakes.tastes, and find me on TikTok too, I'm tashcakes there too, but my handle is food in slow motion. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more, give this video a like if you'd like to help other people find it, comment down below if you'd like me to make anything in particular, and I will see you all next time. Be good, be nice, and have a good week.